So they started without us. Somebody played black, right? Or red? Who played first? Who played first? Somebody played first?
I'm trying to think now if it's Jamie or Aston. I think. Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, it was Aston.
And he played with black, right?
Yeah, with black.
So
yeah.
black went to max distance, red shot at him,
Yeah.
basically?
Yeah. Exactly.
And did you shoot?
I shot.
Okay, here we are. Jamie's picking up blue, going to corner 4.
Corner 3, yeah.
3, yes.
To shoot
The other
down
4.
Towards corner 4.
The other 4.
Yeah.
So there is a double. Who got black?
Yeah, yeah.
But going to black means he cannot go to red.
Been quite a few strokes now since Jamie's made any error.
Yeah,
He's on.
hit the wrong ball.
Oh yeah, he's hit the wrong ball.
Yeah.
But he can sort of leave right here.
Yeah.
He can leave blue with red and go to the peg. Go send black to the peg and go back.
Yeah. And I guess we just shoot through into corner 4.
Hmm?
And then we'll probably just shoot into corner 4.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to work out which way round they're leaving, whether they're leaving blue or black near. It's quite bad for them that they don't get a rush into the lawn. Harry, I didn't realise at first how bad it was for them hitting the wrong ball.
Yeah, you know.
But really, it's really quite
it's
bad
very important.
because yeah.
Doubles aren't doubles at the start of games. You need to be
Yeah.
picking a specific ball.
I hope that's in the recording. Doubles aren't doubles in court order, says Harry.
It's a bit like a reverse 3 ducks. It looks like they're going to play.
Okay.
So if you've got the mirror of this with them up towards hoop 2 rather than down near
I'm
hoop
sorry?
4, it's called 3 ducks if they're up near hoop 2 rather than down near hoop 4. So this is like a reverse 3 ducks, which is a very, very unusual leave. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Okay, interesting.
You're right.
Trying to think what stage the girls be at now.
So we are year 9 and year 8. You've just taken options, starting them next year. Yes, that's quite scary.
All right.
It wasn't that long.
Harry is
Doesn't feel
shooting.
like long ago, really.
I think a blue. He gets it.
just going to move the microphone around because we're getting a lot of the noise from over there.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically the opposite way of
I see. Okay. I got it. Yes. That's fine.
Do you do the combined sounds as well?
We need a mallet. Okay. So, Pete is bow in hand on blue after Harry's nice hit in from corner 4 with yellow. So he has to go to red, but he'd like to send blue. Oh, jeez. Yellow's going to rush red out of it, get the rush, and to get the Yellow's going to croquet red out a bit to get the rush on black to 1.
Didn't go down well. Whether it's 3 to 1 or 3 to 2.
Okay. Black to 1. That's a very nice shot. Oof, just come through. Hopefully he can hit black. Not sure he can. We'll see. Now, if he doesn't hit black, he could swing at blue. Because once you've made a hoop, you can go to any ball, and that starts the color order. And he misses. Okay. So the real question is getting the Pioneer. And I think what Jamie's going to do is send red to going to black, knowing that he makes this with black, he still has to go to yellow after one to reestablish the break. Okay, so he's just going to use 2 balls instead of 3, which is perfectly fine. But they are out of color order now, because coming out of 1 with black will not allow blue to go to red. You're welcome to comment, Beto.
Yeah, I'm
Sitting.
struggling to think what else is worth saying. At the moment. It's tricky hoop, so still the fundamental skills apply of approaching hoops and running them.
Yeah. So it's a challenging hoop. Okay. So, interestingly, if red's probably going to shoot at yellow, but if they didn't, if yellow shot at red and missed, black could play and knock blue back just slightly and then be able to go to red. But we'll see.
Strike for over an hour. Something around that. That wasn't helpful.
Was it? But
I
even
could
you
have
must
made
have.
contact with the
I was going to say,
ball
even you must have assumed that it was going to be slightly more fruitful than
Oh, excuse me.
going out.
Jet lag.
Not close enough to actually turn around and hit though.
So he's shooting at black because blue's draws, it's a smaller target. But also if he went to yellow, blue would make the hoop and rush black over there. Ooh, boy, that curved off.
So we black, yellow.
Oh, that's okay.
See, I would play black, but Jamie's not going to. Well, if you can turn around and hit red, this is brilliant. Wouldn't you turn around and hit red?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's a bit too far. The odds of it
All right.
feels awkward. It gives you quite a bit, but
Yeah, they would have had to have
if
run
I was one of
the
them,
by
I'd
themselves.
consider it more. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that they didn't seem to.
It doesn't seem to talk
Sit
about
down and
it.
join me, brother.
Yeah.
And I've got to hold the thing out.
What's happened to the
We lost the
support?
stand.
It's kind of rickety
Oh.
and lost a foot and yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it because I'm just not reliable enough with my shooting. But
Okay, but still, now you have to go make 2 and get back to red.
But I think they might take the cut down. No, they're looking at you too. 'Cause
It's a 6-yard shot. Huh. That's a good shot. So they'll have to rush yellow down here. After 2.
Yeah, you want to really get as close as you can to red to
Yes.
give yourself the opportunity
Yep.
to get a dolly rush on red up to north boundary, send it down as a pioneer at 4.
Yeah, or worse, you can rush it to 4 and take off to black, right?
Yeah.
Which makes the rush less. Just get it off. Yeah. Good old Jamie. So they should get started pretty easily now. Just get a rush on red to 4.
So, yeah, don't think about this format thing you just brought up. We're the 2 motivated ones because it keeps me clear of a cliff and gets
Yeah.
you into a
Yeah.
cliff. Whereas for
Most of them, there's no.
the only difference
Good
is
shot.
whether they've
There's
got
you.
you in the cliff or me.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's not a form. If the aim is to get 2 out of 4 people,
Guaranteed not to.
it's guaranteed not to. And Robert Fulford's just pegged out
Is there a game?
to win game 3, so he's come back from 1-0 down to win his semi-final. And looks like is Ben also on a peg out. It is. So Ben wins his. So they finished within 30 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
Which probably means we need to peg ours down when this turn ends.
I would think so. So this turn should end at with a diagonal at 9 or something. See what Jamie's got in mind.
We've got
Yes, now that they've got the balls where they want them, you think it's
he texts me.
Now you can do the arithmetic. So you
Exactly.
don't really do the arithmetic until you have control of 4 balls and they're in color order. Then you can figure out. So once again, he's with partner at 3. What do we need to do to make this happen?
yeah. So partners at 3 and they're almost
Reception at 3. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Partners reception ball at 3. The trick is to know that you want it to be the pioneer when you're at hoop 6. So if when you're in front of hoop 6, you know that it's going to be your pioneer at 7.
Correct. So in 3 hoops
So in
time.
3 hoops time, it needs to go from being the reception ball to being the pioneer. So if that's 2,
It's off by 2.
it's off by 2.
If you were just to
If-
do standards.
So exactly, your standards will just keep you on that basis. So you need either, well, there's various different ways you could do it, but you need to find the procedure that will move you to. So there could either be 2 procedures that give you that extra 1, so maybe a couple of expedites, or it needs to put in somewhere a repeat.
Correct.
And exactly how you do that and when's most optimal is what they'll be discussing. So you have the opportunity, particularly these middle hoops where the hoops are a bit closer together, some of those more complicated procedures become advantageous.
Right, but the optimal time to have done the repeat was right now. And they chose not to.
Yes, I think there was an opportunity there because it was so easy to get black in.
The load and hold.
Yeah.
Right? So then I think they'll now do it as 2 expedites.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember when we, but it's in that club. Every morning we could stay at his house. Oh, it was him, he and them.
And if they do them immediately, they'll still have an easy path with just standards. But even if you just use standards, doesn't mean it's easy. So the easiness is going to, gee, what balls do I get to adjust at the peg? So that's why I like getting this all organized by the time you're at hoop 6.
And if I can actually reach it, I'll plug it. Well done, you.
Yeah, I've been hitting away with it.
Alright, so he's doing something. Alright?
Yeah. Yeah, so they've so I'm slightly surprised by that.
What have you got? Are you watching? Oh, okay.
I just started studying myself. I moved James at school as well. But she's now.
So he was with partner at...
And
Oh, he advanced partner too.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
did
so
an expedite.
They did.
They did that.
Yes,
They
it
did
was-
the first
it was
expedite.
an expedite there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because at the end
Yeah.
they did do the load and hold.
Yes, with red.
And then came in and played yellow.
But the
so-
beauty of the expedite is that's the load and hold. It's
Yeah.
nothing. Yes. And then they'll do one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I thought they did a standard coming out of 3, but they didn't.
Well, I think it's because, as I say, it was such a small load and hold. They really had the option of which ball to hit afterwards.
Correct.
But because they hit yellow, it meant that it was an expedite.
Well, they organized it for that, though.
Yeah.
I think they're doing another expedite.
that's what I mean. It was from being, but I thought actually,
Yep.
a what's it, Prosecco, and that I thought that should actually have more.
We're going to go in a second.
It's
So now he's doing a TAC 3 fix, which is equivalent to an expedite.
Pepsi bubbles. Can I sit the other side?
So there are all sorts of different ways to do this, whatever you're comfortable with. Is he going to do the 3 fix now? Well, he definitely went whack at no, he's doing another expedite, right? Another expedite.
Yeah. So, or one option here is maybe they do a TAC followed by 3-6.
Yes, that's what I thought they were doing. Did they use all 3 balls to get to 5, or just 2?
I think they used all 3.
Oh, then I'm getting tired. Okay.
Yeah, it starts jumping around. Yes,
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. So I think it might be this one where they.
Yeah, so this is the expedite, just the
Yeah.
load and hold here. There we go. Come through, hit yellow, and now they're just standards away.
Yeah. I think if they wanted to do the other approach would have been to put yellow into the middle and come out and hit hit red first.
Hmm?
There's, as I say, lots of different ways to achieve the same outcome, but the important bit for them at this point is thinking where partner is, so they can get their leave sorted so that they come to partner last.
Right. And once you've decided on a path, which they have now, don't get creative. Don't do something with just 3 balls when you could use all 4. So they need to do standards, and they'll get the diagonal. Presuming that's what they want. So anyway, yellow was reception and went to pivot. Red was pivot. It's going to pioneer. And they'll go to black, which is pioneer, and it will go to reception.
I've been a bit. I made like 3. So, but a couple up to, you know. So I've had a lot of medium short ones. And this one, that's
Well, this is first break for us in the jail.
you know,
How are you?
and I've got longer ones which
Did you know rush out?
you're not
They couldn't all
How are you?
So black is to be pivot, but he's putting it at the peg. Yep, yellow is going to be pioneer over at 9.
But yeah, it's a bit too slow for me. I don't know but you know, I'll not rush from the north to the south of the lawn unless I've got to rush it.
Oh yeah, that's tight.
It's otherwise, I mean, you know,
Okay.
it just means I have to extend my backswing and then I'm not clear to do it.
So we'll now go red, black, yellow, which will be a standard again. So red is reception, it goes up to the peg to be the second ball you'll hit, which is by definition pivot. He'll roll red up there going to black, leave black there as the third ball will hit after 9, so it's technically the pioneer, the escape ball.
Just essentially go for bigger rolls.
Well, that's a pretty nice place for red.
The bigger rolls.
No slouch with those croquet shots.
No, that's ideal.
Oh yeah. It lives behind our bed the rest of the year.
I can't do that.
It is, but it's still frustrating.
He played well too. Well, he played well that. No, good too.
Yeah, they've got Sarah Anderson's 60th birthday bash to go to now. Which is why, yeah, which is why we come
Woking.
Arnhem. Yeah, she is, but she's out. No, she lives in Woking, but she's having to do.
Oh, having to do with the
It does look like a diagonal, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, oh, he's moving black over. No, it's not.
No, we were here for
That's fine.
about a year ago, I think it was. It was
What's he doing now?
she was 16. I was last year. So we've got that to go to tonight, so we're staying over and then we'll drop Rob back here. And then where we off to tomorrow else? Legoland tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Hello, how are you?
So if he makes us,
The girls have been asking about you too.
Oh.
9 and goes to yellow afterwards, he can't go to black, he has to go to red. That's the awkwardness of what he's done. Now we can go make the hoop and go to black, which is what he's going to do.
Anyway, she's that much to go to, so
And you can rush black off.
oh no,
I don't know why we do it this way, but certainly possible.
Yeah, I mean, one possible logic is that he rolled red into such a good position.
He doesn't
that-
want to
that
bother.
In
Oh, fine.
traditional
He's not going to
AC,
red.
You're obviously not obliged to go to the ball.
Here you're not
However,
either. But he has to lag back to.
If they're trying to work out how can they play this turn without moving red.
Red. Okay,
Uh,
but you still have to shoot yellow to be wired from red. It may be very close, but
I
it
think
may not
I
be
think,
wired.
I think, given how close it is, but like you, I was slightly unsure of their line of play.
And if they
That's my suspicion.
they can
And
rush
if it
yellow.
wasn't wired, they could go in to fix it. But I suspect
and
that's
then lag back to black
what's been going on is they've been thinking actually red's so good, we'll just leave red where it is,
and lag back.
and
to
now
black.
they
Get 2 shots.
now they can go back. A bit of a takeoff here, give themselves a nice tight rush. So
That's fine.
there's a way of doing it without moving red because they thought.
But you should
red's-
learn to take off from red with no movement.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you get very close to red when you come out of free back. So if you don't get yourself a rush, you're going to probably play a big half roll, and then if you don't get very, very close with your croquet stroke,
Yes,
the
you
act
could-
of hitting it will knock it away. So I suspect that was the logic. But yeah, no,
But you can still croquet it back in position, have black as the escape ball. So, right?
yes, of course, but it's just if it's in the perfect position, why move it? Will be the logic.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, that's well played. Oh, it's a tricky stroke to move yellow like that.
Yeah, no, played
Okay.
it well. Right, I think we'll go and peg it down.
Yeah. So I think we're going to stop here for the day and peg this down. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys tomorrow.